I met Andrea McIntyre on a date 2 years ago. Funny enough, my wife suggested it. She has this strange pastime of creating fake accounts on dating sites and phone apps. She likes to check them every morning before she goes to work.
This is better than the news. You should write an article about finding true love on the internet. You hear about it in ads all the time.
I don't like that at all.
I think it's a great idea myself.
All I could think about now was my book. 35 pages in and I hit a brick wall. I had nothing to show for the past few months of pretending I was some kind of writer.
Hey, I found you a woman.
Excuse me? You found me a woman?
I did. I made you a profile. Check yourself out.
She likes to read them out to me. This is unbelievable. I don't even have words for this.
Let's deconstruct this. Hopelessly lonely, 27, brown hair, 5'10", 160 pounds.
And what is this supposed to tell me?
Hang on. No mention of whether or not she still has teeth, likes quiet nights and reading. Looking for a white male, age 25 to 40. You're perfect for her. I'll call it fate.
This is so wrong.
You'll be fine. Here, message her. Tell her you're taking her somewhere nice. Angelo's, you're not the type of guy to take a girl to Wendy's. She'll go for that.
You're not afraid that I'll fall in love with her?
Nope. Not at all.
Usually when Kelly leaves for the day, I do everything a writer would do. Except write. I eat my breakfast and head over to my writing room, another one of my wife's inventions, where I sit all day and watch TV or browse the computer. From my writing room, I fail to accomplish the goal of my wife's financing, my book. I can't stand this book anymore. 9 months of work and all I have to show is 35 pages of complete and utter garbage. Writing an article now is all I can do to justify taking almost a year off of work. I'm gonna call my editor Larry now to see what he has to say about all this. If that's gonna do me any good. Okay, that's fine. Maybe a year ago, I would have said no. But I had 3 months to justify taking a year off of work. I was desperate. I needed to prove myself. Kelly wanted me to fail. I knew she did. She gave me everything I needed just to prove that I was all talk and no show. That's how she saw me. And that's how she wanted me to see myself. Plain and simple. Kelly was home by the time I got the message.
Did you get that? It might be your princess. What's the plan, lovebird?
She works until Sunday. We'll be going out then.
Any more details?
Her name is Andrea McIntyre and she lives over on Roosevelt.
Oh, yeah. In one of those old rundown shacks, I'm sure.
Yeah, and so what? That doesn't matter at all.
Oh, you're so quick to stand up for your princess.
This is such a bad idea and downright cruel too. Nobody deserves to be used like this.
Don't be so full of yourself. She's going to be just as bored with you as you'll be with her. You'll have a night of mutual boredom. She'll get a free meal at a place she couldn't ever comprehend going to, and you'll both move on after that.
Girl is bound to have enough problems without me getting involved in her life. Don't you see that?
Why do writers empathize with the poor so much?
Probably because a lot of them didn't grow up like you did.
Coming from the prep school kid. It used to be a shame to be poor, now it's the other way around.
That never bothered you before.
Why should it? I'm glad my parents have money, and I'm glad that I do too.
Why did you marry me?
Because I knew you needed me, Richard.
She stood in the doorway a little bit too long. Her clothes were nice, but they gave the appearance that she'd been wearing them since Mass this morning, if she even went. There was something else. Maybe it was having kids so soon or too much sun. I could tell there was a time that she was quite pretty. Where are your kids at? I'd love to meet them.
They're at my sister's place tonight. They're at my sister's place tonight.
Oh, I see. I gave it a few minutes, but she didn't do anything but stand there. No small talk. She didn't offer me a drink. She had a purse in her hand, so I figured she was itching to leave. Sure, let's go. So, tell me a little about your kids.
If it's all the same, I'd rather not.
All right. This wasn't going how I imagined it at all, but how would I know what to expect? This was all new to me, finding someone on a cell phone. I asked her about her favorite authors and books, and that was enough to get us to the restaurant.
Hi, welcome to Angelo's. My name is Irena, and I'll be taking care of you today. Can I get you started off with something to drink?
Yes, please, a martini extra dry.
Me too.
Wonderful. And I will get those right out for you. Do you need another minute to look at the food menu?
No, I think I'm ready. Could I have the filet mignon petite, medium, with a side of mashed potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Wonderful. I will get those right out. Thank you.
So, you've asked me a few times, but do you have any kids yourself?
No, I don't. Something about the way she asked the question made me feel she wanted to know if I've ever been married before.
I have 2 kids. My oldest is about to turn 7. She's already been acting boy crazy. It's really been getting to me lately. I got married at 18, and I just don't want her to make the same mistake that I did.
How long have you been divorced?
2 years now.
Does he help you with the kids?
Oh, hell no.
Well, why not?
He's in prison.
Really?
Prison.
Prison. Really?
At least until next January.
Why is he in prison?
He tried to kill me.
She seemed to think I didn't believe her because she pulled down her sleeve and showed a long purple scar about the size of a cigarette. It seemed that it didn't heal right, or it was too deep that it never would. While I sat there staring, the whole room lit up. It was so bizarre. I'll never have words to describe it properly. I was the quiet one now.
That's why I need someone. I need someone to take me away from here, away from Toledo, away from Ohio. He can't know where I am when he gets out. He swore he'd kill me when he gets out.
People say all kinds of things. They're nothing more than words.
You don't know him like I do. I just need to get away. That's my only option.
What is it? Please tell me.
I pray every day. I pray that he won't do it in front of the kids.
Excuse me, but I didn't order this.
I know. Compliments of the lady at the bar. Turns out the whole meal is.
Who is she?
My wife. I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not.
I should have known this wasn't right.
I saw her, and then I saw what she saw. 2 people who needed a dose of reality, and she was willing to foot the bill.
I want to go home. Was my profile stupid? Did I look easy to you?
No.
Am I just a joke to you then?
Oh,
Why did you do it then?
because I'm unhappy with my marriage. And I wanted to know what it would be like being with somebody else. I was lying, obviously, but I'd had enough truth for one night, and I'm sure she did too.
Will you sit with me?
Sure.
He sends me pictures all the time. Just my head, no body. He calls them Valentines. My mouth is usually wide open like I'm screaming.
I drove back home to my boring life where all I have to do is occasionally look at myself in the mirror. In the end, I never published an article. Hell, I never even wrote one. I threw my book out too. The next time Kelly asked me what I was doing, I showed her my syllabus for the fall. She told me she was proud of me for going back to school and that I'd make a great teacher one day. I don't know what happened to Andrea. She probably got out before her husband got out of jail, but every time I hear about a murder case, I'm scared that I'll see her face on the screen. What I remember most about my night with her was standing on the front porch after everything that happened.
You know, after all you just put me through, I still think you're a pretty good guy.
No, I'm not.